How's it going, guys? BigBlueRobot here. It's a new series we're starting here. We are here in SkyFactory. We're going to be creating a new world. I'll explain the mod pack in a bit, but it is modded, obviously, by the word mod pack. It's modded Minecraft. It was created by Bacon Donut, and let's think of a world name here. How about Robo World? I don't know. What are some of these settings? None of this pertains to us. So we're going to go ahead and create it. Like it sounds like Skyblock, you start on this just a one grass block and a tree, and you have to survive with that. I believe it's a 4-block high tree, but there's a little book explaining everything. You'll see here just in a minute. I plan on doing probably, I'm not going to set a time limit for episodes. This first episode probably will be anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how much I want to skip, if I deem it boring. But we start off with, wow, the fireworks are incredible at the moment. We finished here? Okay. We start off with 3 little books here. We start off with World Domination with Open Blocks, Materials and You. I already know about that. It's Tinker's Construct. We'll go into that later. That's just creating weapons and tools and such, and achievement book, and a torch, because that's always necessary. So let's start with this open blocks book. I'm not familiar with what open blocks is, although I am familiar with that elevator. I have played Skyblock before, I've just never really progressed very far. And so we'll skip that. That seems like some later game stuff when we have a lot more resources. Sorry for clearing my throat. But this achievement book is what is important. This is an explanation into the mod pack itself. So hello and welcome to SkyFactory 2, a modded Skyblock mod pack. An infinite world of possibility awaits you, after you build it of course, because you'll be starting in a void world with nothing between you and death but a single tree and a piece of dirt. But don't panic, the mods in this pack will allow you to get all the resources you need to build yourself an amazing world. Read on for more info about how to play this pack, who put it together, and for a list of goals to accomplish it. So that's just telling us how to use the book, and how we can use check marks and stuff. The difficulty of the challenges increase as you go on. There's a little thing about the biomes. Actually, hang on, where are we? We are in a taiga, so I believe we do get rain, so that won't be an issue. But if we spawn in a desert or something, we might have to restart the world because rainfall does become important. We said taiga, right? So barrels fill with water just fine when it snows, so there's nothing wrong with spawning in a snow biome. So I see the taiga. Okay, that actually pertains to us. So snow is not an issue, but that is, we will need that for water because, you know, we don't have a water source. We have to catch the water in a barrel, as you read there. That's just pertaining to monsters and such. I'm just going to skip through that because that's not really important right now. Twitch.tv/BaconDonut is where you can find Bacon Donut. He is the creator of the mod pack. I have watched him on Twitch. He is in this most recent UHC with the Minecrackers as a guest appearance. I believe he has recently started up Nerd Fusion with a couple other guys, including, I believe Pause is a part of it now, and Sevidus. Wild, who was also in the UHC, also helped the more magical aspect of this pack. Here are some other contributors. I'm going to call them contributors, but special thanks to them from Bacon. And here start the challenges. So you can't really beat the pack. There's no finishing to the end. Just like kind of like vanilla, you could beat the boss, but the game's not really over. You continue forever. So they're divided into ages, so you can't really access the next age without some crucial things from the previous age. So if we were to go all the way to the end, well, not that one, but fill one chunk completely with triple compressed cobble. We'll get to that eventually. That's the very last achievement. I don't know if it's the hardest one, but we'll see. So wood age, it'll start with use a crook on leaves to get saplings and silkworms. So this is what we are going to start with now. Obviously, you can see here, I'll kind of, let's see, not F3, I'll F5 here a bit. That was a bad one. Hang on, we'll go down here. I don't want to fall off. you can kind of see we're just on a tree. There's one grass block, and that's all that separates us from falling to our death. I will be having a death counter, so every time I die, you'll see that number go up once, probably with a nifty little sound effect. But let's get going. We want to save the leaves for using a crook on it. A crook is this new type of tool introduced in this mod pack that when you break leaves, you get a higher chance for creating a sapling. These fireworks are quite obnoxious. I really hope they're not too loud. But we have this. We're going to create it into a half slab. That way, when we place it on the bottom, a mob cannot spawn on top of it. Most of the platform we will be building will be half slab. So we're going to break one more and then place our table and quickly make a crook. You make a crook out of sticks. It is just 4 sticks. So there we go. We have our crook. It has 118 durability, and we begin breaking leaves. So there we go. Our first one. Luckily, we got a sapling, meaning it is now safe to pretty much break down this whole tree if we so wanted to. So that's 2 saplings. So there we have it, 4 saplings. So pretty decent luck here. I'll continue just doing this. I am shifting. Can never be, too careful. But this will get tough here. Making sure these don't spawn. You can see these little white worm things in my inventory. Those, if you may have remembered from the little rule book, or the achievement book I should say, these are silkworms. So we have now gotten saplings and silkworm from using a crook on leaves, and we could check off our first achievement in our little achievement book. Next up is that, but we're gonna have to make a little platform first. So the next one is make dirt by composting saplings in an oak barrel. So we'll have to do that in just a minute here. That'll require a bit of twerking. It may sound weird, but that's not exactly wrong. You did hear me correctly. Twerking. So let's destroy our crafting table. How much more wood to go? There's 2 more wood blocks, then the dirt block. I don't want to hold down click forever because that would mean we will eventually be falling off. So actually, I misinterpreted how many wood blocks there were. I let go too early. There were 3 wood blocks below me, so there we have it, and we're going to go ahead and place our crafting table, and we're going to begin making planks. So, I should say half slabs. We did make planks, but half slabs are our next priority, so we could expand our island. I'm making these on the bottom half of blocks, that way no mobs can ever spawn here. It's a good thing to practice even in survival. I'll try to make this as symmetrical as possible for you people who care a little too much on the aesthetic things. It will be a square. So we should actually plant this, and the unique thing about this game is there a way I can see the mods? There is, but it won't show up here because it's not a block mod. It's actually a game mod. Twerking actually bone meals trees around you. So we're just going to shift a bit, and you'll begin to see, I believe I have particle effects on. I should really check that. If not, you're not going to see anything at all. So I'm going to turn this up a bit for you guys in case you couldn't see. But you'll see here in a minute, I'm just spamming the shift key. You're going to see particle effects in a minute here. There we go. So after a bit of twerking, our tree will grow any second here now. And I'm just going to keep on doing it. Any second now, and there we have it. So we are inside a block. I don't like that. But we'll get to destroying. You see, we already got another sapling there. And this next wood is actually crucial to moving on to the next part of the achievement. We need more wood here now, because we've used up our wood and made them all into half slabs. And we're going to need to use this next wood to make a barrel. Making a barrel means we can decompose our saplings and our silkworms and even leaves themselves, if we eventually got shears, into more dirt. And more dirt means we could plant more trees at once and just increase the amount of wood we get. So I forget how to make a barrel. I think it's got something to do with planks. Why is that not working? Okay, it's just taking a while. So one of these, it's just 6 planks and a slab. Actually, we have a slab, so let's get 6 planks here. We'll take that out, and there we go. So we're gonna put this off to the side here. Hang on. We'll do this, and we'll expand a bit. So we have a 5 wide. Let's make a 3 wide platform. A little ways this way. I think that's good enough. And we'll put this at the end. So we have an oak barrel. So if we go back to our achievement book, we haven't made dirt, but I think it's exactly 8 saplings. So we're going to place that there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And there we go. Composting 6% now and rising. So in a few short seconds here, that'll be ready. Well, we might as well just twerk away. Just, you know, watch the sunset as we're watching trees grow, and as leaves are composting, decomposing would be, I guess, the right word. Something doesn't compost, it decomposes. So, twerking away, and there we have it, another short tree. I don't know if you can actually get a giant tree, but actually, there we have it, our crook broke. And we're going to have to create another one, because that's a problem. We definitely want more saplings. Actually, we had the correct amount of sticks already. We cannot make it upside down, apparently. Good to know. And let's continue breaking. Oh, I have Vein Miner. So, an optional mod in this is Vein Miner. If I hold down that key while breaking a block, all similar blocks will also break. I just have to find what key it is assigned to. It might be the tilde key. Grave. I don't know what key that is. Oh, that's exactly what that is. It is that accent key. So I'm going to hold that down and break this. And there we go. It took 2 blocks. Not sure what happened, but we broke all of it. And we're going to have enough for more dirt. So you can see here, this dirt has finished. And actually, we're going to do this. Oh, we can't. Not on that block. Let's do this. We want some light here. I mean, nothing can really spawn other than this block here. But, we want that light. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant one. We're going to break this down again. We do have enough wood for an axe. Why don't we do that? Just so it's slightly easier. I mean, wood is becoming less and less important at the moment. And let's hold down our grave key, as it's called, and there we go. We break 2 at once, and I believe, yes it does, it takes the durability right away. And let's see, we have this dirt here, so we just right click to take it out. It's in our inventory, and we can plant 2 trees at once. So let's do that. We're going to place an 8 in here. Let's see, 62.5, 75, 87.5. Okay, so it took exactly 8 saplings to continue on. So how far should we space this? I believe they're coming out 2 wide, so maybe we'll go 2 more wide. And that should start the next tree, maybe? We'll see how that goes. We'll break this. We are not vein mining that. I don't know what would happen if we did that, and I'm too afraid to find out. So you can see 60%. It begins to change color as it goes on. But let's see, we have quite the bit of wood here. I kind of want to create a safety chest. Bacon stresses using this, but should always keep 1 spare. If I were to fall off with all my saplings and there weren't any planted, we just lost the game, because I made you lose the game there. We would lose the game because we don't have any more saplings. So look at that, a 3rd block of dirt. We actually can, in fact, check this off. So the next one is infest leaves with a silkworm. And an infested tree makes it all white, and when you use a crook, you get string, and string is important to create a sieve, I think it's sieve, I believe it is sieve. It is not spelled like you would pronounce sieve, but I believe it's correctly pronounced sieve, and that is what we'll begin to use to get cobblestone. So it's a long cycle, but we're on our way. So yeah, we should work away. Let's get these trees going. And As you can see, I have 2 hotbar slots. That is also an optional mod. Both that and vein mining are both optional in the mod pack, but I opted to use them for the sake of speeding things along. You don't want to see me break 100 things in a row just for the hell of it. You know, you want to skip through that. So any second now, one of these should grow, and we're actually going to infest one of them. I don't know if they're actually split up enough, but we'll see here in a minute. I'm probably going to let this one not get infested and infest this one, but these aren't really growing at the moment. So we'll have to see that. So any second now. If this takes more than 10 seconds, I'm going to have to speed it up. So actually, we'll find out here in a minute. And there we go. Okay, so that's one. And we're going to go ahead and vein mine this. And it puts the saplings right in our inventory. This one's going to grow any second now. Let's vein mine this. There we go. And we'll plant that. And you know what? Let's expand this a bit. It never really hurts, does it? It's not hurting me. So we should, in the meantime, waiting for these to grow, we really should be expanding. Because expansion is the key to this game, because you don't want to be stuck on the smallest, tiniest little island forever. And eventually we will be creating an area for mobs to spawn, and that needs to be a certain distance away. So for some reason, do they need a certain light level to grow? Maybe this is the issue here. Hold on, let's take this out. We'll have to break this. So there we go. That's just making sure I wasn't holding. Whoa, that was close. We almost went down with the ship. So an issue here, maybe that trees need light, and that was close enough. Who knows? Hopefully this will grow now. I think that might exactly be the issue. I think it was. So let's go ahead and infest. So I'm about to right click, and you'll see an effect going through. So it begins infesting quite slowly. It's not the fastest. What we can do is do multiple leaf blocks at once, and when these go 100%, they turn all white, and if you were to hit it with your crook, it would drop string. But the nice thing is, these do spread, so once it's 100%, it'll spread to the next one. Actually, it might even be below, before it's 100%. We'll have to see here in a minute, but it spreads block to block. That's why we don't really want this tree here to interfere. And actually, if this one's about to grow, we are in fact going to punch it by hand, because if we were to vein mine it, it would take away all these also, and we want all that string. It is important for progressing. Obviously, if it's in the achievement book, it must be pretty important. But you know what? Hang on. I think, actually we did this. I think once we do that, once this whole tree is infested, I think it'll be time to end the episode. I think it would be a solid thing. But we're going to have to wait for it to infest. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put it in fast forward. You'll see that slowly infesting. And in the meantime, I'll just be taking down these trees over and over, and also twerking. So I'll send you into fast forward mode, and I'll cut back to normal speed when that's all infested. So I'll catch you guys in a minute. Alright, so it is not, 100% infested, but I believe these are the last few blocks, 57 in the 80s, 90s, and this is the last and final slowest one. I expanded because you may have seen, it might have been too fast, but when I chopped down that most recent tree, probably about 6 saplings just fell all the way into the void. So to prevent that, I kind of expanded a bit. Maybe it's not far enough. Maybe we'll do one more row, but I just don't want that happening. It kind of sucks. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it wasn't the best of things. So we're not holding down Vein Miner. We are not going to do that. I'm not sure if it's possible to do that, but if it is, we don't want to risk it. So nearing 75%, we will let the whole thing work like that, but it'll be the very last thing we do. Hopefully we have enough durability. 42, I doubt that's 42 leaf blocks. It could be close, but I don't think it's quite that. But it is looking like everything is infested. I can't quite see that tippy top block, but we're going to go ahead and assume that it is. So nearing 100%, 100% complete, and we're going to vein mine this. It was more than 42. So you can see we got 22 string and 5 silkworm, and we're going to need a crook to do the remaining. Did I? Okay. Oh, it sticks in the crafting table. That must be a, what mod is that? Tinker's Construct thing. So let's just try these last few. So you can see 23 string. That's not a bad haul. We'll collect this final wood, and we'll get to planting again. But we could finally check that off. So that'll have to do it for today's episode. Let's check out some of these other achievements. That shouldn't be hard. That'll actually happen naturally, and actually might happen off camera. I'm not planning on doing any off camera work anytime soon, but anytime it'll start snowing, and this will begin filling up. So let's check one last thing. So we will definitely be doing that next episode, hopefully by random number generation. It gives this to us, some rain, and we will be making cobblestone, and we'll be making that. So actually, we're probably going to get these next 5 achievements down in the next episode, so we will see you. I don't have a set timetable for this series. It definitely will be every Wednesday because, I don't know, Sonic Adventure wasn't getting a great response, but yeah, we'll be replacing that, and this will probably be every Wednesday, and when it'll be Wednesday, and maybe it'll replace another day, but that'll be on my side. You shouldn't really worry about that. If something does change, I will be sure to notify you guys, but until next time, have a good one.